Hello everybody and welcome back to SVR 11 Universe. I'm Jedge. This is ECW.
Approaching the ring, weighing in at 183 pounds, Evan Bourne.
It's been a little while since I brought this to you, but it's here, it's now, it's ECW, and we're starting things off with a one-on-one match between Evan Bourne, the tag team partner of the Cruiserweight Champion Kofi Kingston, and his opponent. To kick things off on ECW is, of course, the former Cruiserweight Champion, Zack Ryder. Very clear motives behind this match and why Zack Ryder would want to win it. Ever since dropping the Cruiserweight title, he's gone from appearing on Raw on a weekly basis to disappearing. I don't actually think Ryder has competed in a one-on-one match since dropping the Cruiserweight Championship 2 weeks ago on the debut episode of ECW. He's not appeared on Raw, he's not appeared on ECW, nothing. The bookings have suddenly just stopped for one of the biggest up-and-comers that there was on Raw at one point. I think there have been some people saying that he should qualify for the Elimination Chamber, he should be the one that's in a qualifying match. I'm not so sure about that, maybe. But right now he's got to go through Evan Bourne. Zack Ryder, unlike some former champions, he did actually hold a successful defense. Never mind the nature in which he defeated Matt Hardy, he did still defeat Matt Hardy. So he does actually have the right to a rematch against Kofi Kingston within 30 days of dropping the Cruiserweight Championship. So we may see a one-on-one battle between Kofi Kingston and Zack Ryder some point in the nearish future. Starting to really get the wiki together. If you guys haven't already seen, you can check out the link in the description. We've got many things. We've got the event breakdowns, we've got character profiles, we've got full rosters that are generally kept up to date. You know, you can see like a little bit of the breakdown of the show, see who's main event at each show the most. I think ECW is the only one with extremely inconsistent main eventers. Which I think might change this week. I think we might have a repeat main event. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll get to that in a moment. But we've also just been recently, what I've been working on the most right now on that wiki is the images. You can now find images of all your favorite people attached to their profiles, as well as, of course, images attached to every champion. There you go. It was about time Ryder started to fight back. I was starting to feel a little sad for him. I know Evan Bourne is a former United States champion, which is division-wise a step above the Cruiserweight Championship, but Ryder's starting to make me a little sad right now. Ever since dropping the Cruiserweight title, we haven't seen him, other than the Royal Rumble match, which I don't think he did particularly well in. That's another thing you can see on the wiki, is the full breakdown of the Royal Rumble. I actually sat and went over the Rumble several times over, so that you could get your complete and detailed statistical breakdown of the Royal Rumble. Everything from who lasted the longest to who lasted the least to who got the most eliminations. I can actually tell you off the top of my head that the one that lasted the least amount of time is The Rock. I think he was in for about 11 seconds, something like that. The longest lasting in the match was, I believe, The Big Show, which makes a lot of sense. He'd be a hell of a feat to eliminate. I think he lasted like 5-ish minutes. Keep in mind the Rumble was only about 22 minutes. He lasted about 5 minutes-ish, almost 6 of it. And the one with the most eliminations was Undertaker and Big Show, who both got 5 eliminations in total. But one of the most impressive performers in the Royal Rumble match was actually Wade Barrett. Came in at number 2 and he lasted, I think, over halfway through the Rumble-ish. At least a third of it, I think. He lasted quite a long time. It's really nice, because that means he would have hopefully made a believer out of some people. Get that full-on Evan Bourne aerial offense I tell you, as I say, I know I'm repeating myself, but since dropping the Cruiserweight title, Zack Ryder doesn't seem as motivated.
Say what you will about this superstar.
Maybe he heard my plans for what I was going to do with him and Christian, and he realized that that's now out the window. And like WWE Creative and 400 of their 500-person roster, sorry, 490 of their 500-person roster, I have nothing for him right now. Other than maybe winning back the Cruiserweight title. Heaven forbid.
Bam! Zack Ryder caught all of that one. Telegraphed and Ryder capitalizes. He jumps and knocks his opponent.
I was hoping he'd put up a bit more of a fight than this, to be honest. Kind of just making me a little sad right now, right? Oh. Okay. He just needed to go back to his old tactics. A quick scrape of the eye and Zack Ryder's back in this. Not for long, but he's back in it.
A barbaric blow to the back of the skull.
There you go.
Unmitigated power.
He's got what it takes.
He jumps and knocks his opponent down with
I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't underestimate Evan Bourne. He beat someone dubbed the world's strongest man to become the United States champion in the debut episode. Now, I will say that Mark Henry has never really shown a whole lot of potential here in this universe. But that's neither here nor there. And they do say that those that move the fastest can usually overcome most obstacles. Evan Bourne had a lot of different ways he could beat Mark Henry, but never mind that. I find it interesting how much Ryder's like desperate to just go for the pin.
Look at this. Big time impact, and he crashes down to the outside.
And there you go.
And did it pay off or what?
We got some sweet Evan Bourne offense. Come on, Ryder.
Controlling the weight.
You're getting dominated now.
Oh, mama. He's got him hooked.
Bourne's got a full load of momentum on his hands. I think we're about to say goodnight to Mr. Ryder. Oh! Never mind. I thought he was being quite careful there with how he got there. To be fair, though, he's still going. Count-out victory is still a win for Ryder. Evan Bourne's mad. He messed up his combo. Quite like that little spot I was able to pull off there. He moved out of the way, so quickly got off the corner and did a springboard. I like the way that played out. Taking a moment to recover was Ryder. I tell you, if there's one thing that he's really going to need going into his match with Kofi Kingston for the Cruiserweight title, whenever that may be that he gets his rematch, what he's really going to need is a little bit of momentum. So he's going to need to get the win. But Bourne and Kingston are a formidable combo. They could definitely be tag team champions in the near future. I don't know how well they'd stand a chance against Celtic Cross, but it's worth a go. Quite fast, actually, I'd say. I had to guess.
Into the headlock. That kick almost took his head off. He's got him.
Oh, that one made him dizzy. Oh, I thought he was going for a pin for a moment there. No, just a very convoluted little setup to a submission hold. Oh, there you go. That could be the turning point of this one. Oh, there you go. Just like that, Zack Ryder was able to slip out of victory. And I believe that's how he got his only Cruiserweight title defense as well, actually. Was rolling up Mr. Hardy. But there you go. Oh, and here comes the champion now. Kofi Kingston letting Zack Ryder know that he's aware this one's not over yet. I like the little build we got here. That's very good. Well, I guess this is a nonsensical match, so I'm letting it happen.
Approaching the ring.
Her belt has no name on it. That makes me laugh.
California. She is the Divas Champion, Melina.
Before anyone tries to sass me pointing out that almost every single belt nowadays doesn't have a name on it. Yeah, but that one's got a name plate, and the name plate is blank. But anyway, so I guess this match, if I had to give a reason for it to be happening, let's see, Mickie James attacked Natalya in a contenders match last week on Raw, and although Natalya did end up getting a shot at the Divas Championship at the Royal Rumble with Mickie James in the Triple Threat, I guess we're gonna say that Natalya didn't feel like any of that was fair. It wasn't one-on-one, and she never got her fair shot. So Natalya's gonna face Melina now instead, and it looks like Natalya is gonna be taking a shortcut in this one. She's obviously just extremely motivated to try and get some gold in the Hart Dynasty. Or in this case, silver.
And the official finally signals for the match to begin. But tremendous damage has already been dealt.
Yeah, she's gonna have to figure out a way to make up some ground.
I mean, I know that, like, the women don't really like having Melina as their top representative of their division on Raw, but is there really any need for this now?
And you'll find some interesting articles in there about all the superstars here in WWE. It's been an incredible night. We still have
Okay, you done, buddy? There you go. I'm so confused. What was all that about? I think, based on the comments we've been getting, it seems like Melina's kind of improving herself to people a little bit. There seems to be a bit of a growing fan base for her, I suppose. So, you know, if you like Melina, raise your hand. If you like Natalya, raise your other hand.
Did you see that? That was incredible. Watch out here. Oh.
Why don't Natalya's tights cover her whole leg?
And there's the head.
Why do they stop right before the
Oh,
boots?
look at this.
Why does that bother me so much?
Embodies the spirit of the WWE diva. She's smart, sexy, and powerful.
You're right, those are all the important things you need as a woman committing in society. Smart, sexy, and powerful.
Stiff kick from the ring to the
Really need to mention the sexy. Hey Michael Cole, when you're calling a men's match, please go on about how hunky they are. Go on about how sexy Yoshi Tatsu is when he faces Terry Funk in the main event. In fact, you know what? Go on about how sexy Terry Funk is. Tell everyone watching the sex appeal of Terry M. Funk.
This match has been 100 miles.
I want to hear all about how hard Terry Funk makes you, Michael Cole.
And there's a taste of the
Since you want to talk about how sexy the women are. Because that's an important thing in a world of sport. But only for one gender. Isn't that funny? The one that, frankly, in this match, wears more than the men do. Just throwing it out there. I don't even remember what the last match was now. I can't go, oh, well, blah, blah, blah from the last match. Perfect example. Oh, right. I suppose Evan Bourne and Zack Ryder. I mean, they weren't wearing bras, so I guess in that sense, they were wearing less than the women. No one went on about how sexy Evan Bourne's nipples were. Snazzy, I'm gonna need your help in the comments. Why did it flash green? Okay, whatever. Melina lost the match, I guess. Congrats to Natalya. Don't forget, guys. Smart, sexy, and talented. But not as sexy as Matt Evan Bourne Seidel. Oh, despite the attack at the start, she wants a handshake. Well, to be honest, not only has Melina just joined the Disrespect Boys, but also, why would you expect a handshake after you jump attacked someone at the start of a match? Natalya, you make no sense. I guess you're not smart, or sexy, or talented. You're just Natalya. Coming up next, the hunky, super attractive, firm butt of Yoshi Tatsu. Alright, it's main event time, and here comes the handsome, hunky, talented, hard-nip bod Yoshi Tatsu.
And he's for the ECW Championship. And introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Yoshi Tatsu.
So Yoshi Tatsu has already been given the ECW Championship opportunity, and basically the reason for this that I've kind of been able to rationalize in my head, aka the reason that it's happening, is Terry Funk is a man of honor. He's a man of respect.
And his opponent, the ECW
It doesn't actually look that small on him.
Terry Funk.
Weird. It actually looks like normal, like okay on Terry Funk. That's very strange. That belt usually looks way too small in this game. Oh well, I'm happy with it. Anyway, Terry Funk, he's a man of respect. He's a man of dignity. He's a man that knows when someone has truly proven themselves enough to be his contender. He's kind of made it clear that he wants to kind of not handpick his opponents. Like if the GM of ECW, whoever that may be, God rest his soul, if he is to announce an opponent for Terry Funk, he'll face them. But he also wants to give opportunities to people that he thinks have proven themselves. And Yoshi Tatsu holds a singles victory over Terry Funk just last week on ECW, and Funk has not forgotten. So he wants to make sure that Yoshi Tatsu is first in line for the ECW Championship. But he is going to do things the Terry Funk way. He's made sure of that. So this will be a Falls Count Anywhere ECW title match. But what I'm really respecting is that this is a defending champion right from the beginning. We have not seen this yet within this universe, but Terry Funk won the championship just 4 days ago at the Royal Rumble, and already he's giving Yoshi Tatsu an opportunity straight away because Yoshi Tatsu has proven himself as a contender straight away. So there's a lot of mutual respect here, I would imagine. This is going to be a match that will probably break these two in half. They will really bring each other to the limits. But Terry Funk was respectful enough to say that Yoshi Tatsu has earned this opportunity, and that is why he is getting it. I quite like this Yoshi attire that Saria made. It's nice. Not really sure where the yellow comes in. I know Yoshi's got like little like orangey yellowed scales on his back, but I am glad that she didn't give him little red boots to match like actual Yoshi. I know that was the motivation behind it, hence the green. Well, last time Yoshi Tatsu beat Terry Funk really quickly with a quick attempt at a pinfall, so I was no surprise that he'd try that again in this one. You know, some people argue that people like Yoshi Tatsu and Vance Archer, they hold a lot of losses on SmackDown, yet they're given a lot of time. But that's not even the worst of it. If you go to the wiki right now and have a look at CM Punk's win-loss record, you will see a man that has been given, I mean, I don't know, like, if you're watching this in, like, 2018, I don't know, when, like, 2K18 is airing or something, then maybe not, but at this current point in time, CM Punk, I think he's won, like, 2 matches, and he's lost, like, 8. Yet he is constantly given main event spots. He's constantly in the top 5 ranked on SmackDown. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. As we've said before, there may be some form of favoritism when it comes to CM Punk and the SmackDown general manager, because he's given this extra treatment. Oh, nice move by Tatsu. Just be careful not to hurt yourself too bad. The ECW title is a thing of beauty, but it's not worth ending your career early for. You still got another 2 years ahead of you. And then maybe more if there's a demand for it. Well, that was the move that he beat Terry Funk with last week on ECW to earn this opportunity that he has been given right now. Fans offering up their championship replicas in the front row. And Terry Funk will oblige. Yeah, this is no disrespect from Terry Funk. This is actually kind of his way of saying, you know, well, it can mean two things. It can mean he either hates you and he wants to really hurt you, or it means he likes you and he wants to bring you to your limits and put on a show. Really hard to say which one it can be sometimes.
This could be over quick. At this point, what does Yoshi Tatsu need to do?
A guitar? A fan offering up a guitar. I don't know how they got that into the crowd, but they have a guitar.
Can Funk even feel pain?
Oh, he feels it. The thing is, I think he likes it. Ooh, that did it. Watch it. That was like a freight.
Tell you what, Yoshi Tatsu has already been in quite the bit of control over Terry Funk. Oh, that fan needs that crutch. Let's not be disrespectful. I mean, he's standing on his own 2 feet right now, but he might need the Terry Funk. What a bad man. I take back everything I said. Yoshi Tatsu is celebrating the fact that he was hit with that crutch.
And there's another hard shot with the crutch.
What a strange boy that Yoshi Tatsu is. No. Give me the table. I mean, give Terry Funk the table. No. I want Melina. Tatsu is like hardcore motivated today. Don't do a Van Daminator, for God's sake! Is there anyone that doesn't do that? That's going to become the 2010 technically special.
Living legend Terry Funk has been through so many wars throughout his career.
Well, I've had the displeasure of being in a few of those wars. And I'll tell you, you look into his eyes and you just know
Displeasure.
that this guy is nuts. There's something broken up there in that brain of his.
Yeah, but have you heard the way he speaks? It's so soft and sweet is what I went to say. He's such a lovely little southern boy. Tatsu had intentions. He didn't quite fulfill them. I want to, like, try something.
That shut down the hardcore legend.
It'd be a damn shame for Terry Funk's title reign to come to an end just 4 days after it started, but this was his choice, his doing. No one to blame but himself if it does turn out that way. I tell you what though, Yoshi Tatsu, everybody, give it up for this man. He has truly embraced hardcore wrestling.
What a battle this has been. There's no disqualification, anything goes match. Oh man, how much damage did that cause to the neck?
Just been weapon after weapon after weapon from Yoshi Tatsu. Absolutely determined to bring Terry Funk just as much to his limits as I was expecting to see Yoshi Tatsu brought to his. I'm not really sure what he wants to do with that.
Under the rules of a no disqualification match, the referee is powerless to stop this one.
Oh, perhaps it was all just a ploy.
And here's a cover.
And it might be over. Nope. We're getting a back and forth. And that is not the end of that one. Although it almost was, because I almost screwed that up. Oh, you ruined Terry Funk's plans, Mr. Tatsu. That is not okay. Through the ladder with you. No. Tatsu. He's getting desperate. Uh-oh. Whoo! No! He wants to wrap this one up, literally. No. No, it's not.
Terry Funk's
forgot
not
that's
afraid
what
to
that
put his
does.
body and career on the line to inflict damage.
And I
There
think
you
it's
go.
obvious that he'll stop at nothing to win here tonight.
That move makes no fucking sense.
Terry Funk.
It's just like you go to swing a table at them and then suddenly it's set up and you're putting them on it.
How much more
I wanted to
extreme will this
fucking...
match become?
That's fine. It's fun. No, it's cool. Target the ladder. Yeah, yeah. Terry Funk's going wild!
Devastating damage to
He's
the
lost his mind.
There's a wild expression on the face of Terry Funk.
I said wild first. What a signature!
And Terry Funk has the debilitating spinning toe hold locked in.
What in the world's going on?
Yeah, that seems like a thing Terry Funk may do. Why not?
With the championship at stake,
Can I like
no
suplex or anything?
everything they have
No,
to
just
win
a
here
big
tonight.
old DDT. You know what? Who even needs fiery table spots?
He hits the rush.
I'm trying everything I can. I don't think he's actually got a move.
Speed of Yoshi Tatsu.
Does Terry Funk even do suplexes? Why did he get exhausted trying to grapple a freaking ladder? Jeez, Tatsu. You're crazy.
And he's out of the ring again.
I don't know why it keeps trying to make me target the freaking ladder.
Tatsu is so fast and so quick.
Terry Funk's got a ladder issue. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Let's try that.
Well, that's
Yeah,
much
let's try
easier
that.
said
Let's try a
than
little
done.
bit of... No. Okay, it didn't quite work out as I thought it may. I swear, every single move Funk has does not do any kind of like... He seems like the kind that could maybe do a superplex? Oh, shit.
Impact on that kick.
I didn't really want to like let Funk down, but I think I've gotten a bit greedy. I feel like if you ignite a table, you should probably do something with it.
Yoshi Tatsu.
But Tatsu is like hell bent on beating Terry Funk.
This could do it.
There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out?
Oh my god.
1, 2.
No! Fuck!
Yoshi Tatsu wins.
Well, you gotta play it where it lands, as they say in golf. So, congrats to Yoshi Tatsu. Perhaps this is Terry Funk's kryptonite. He just can't beat the handsome, hunky sex icon that is Yoshi Tatsu. There you go. Remind everyone of that flaming table that wasn't used. Yeah, there it is. Remember that? You see, he turned around the roll up, and that time he just got the job done. He's just too good.
Here's your winner and the new ECW champion, Yoshi Tatsu.
I'm sorry, Papa Funk. I tried.
And will things in the WWE ever be the same again?
No, they will not. Yoshi Tatsu has broken the fabric of space, time, and every other thing. Congrats, I guess. Well done, Mr. Tatsu. Yoshi Tatsu, the new ECW champion. Complete and utter fluke, I'll admit it, but he got the job done. I ain't gonna hate a guy for that. Well done, Mr. Tatsu. Well done. But we're not done, are we? That's right. I was about to say, that's the end of this one, and then I realized it's not at all the end of this one. We've got more to do. Because now comes the important part. The rest of the show didn't matter. It's this part that's important. Bluggy bedda beep. SmackDown beef. Alright, come on. Come on. You want to know why I don't get as many episodes done a week as I would like to? It's because the loading screens in this game. Melina and Natalya's relationship has gotten even worse. Yoshi Tatsu and Terry Funk are now enemies! I suppose, yeah, Terry Funk showed respect. He gave Tatsu an opportunity. I don't think he was expecting to actually lose, though, is the thing. I think that was, like, just respect. That's all that was. He wasn't actually intending on dropping the belt to Tatsu. So there might now be beef between them instead of what they had before. So the Celtic Cross have gone up a rank, the Nexus have gone down. I don't really know what that's in relation to. Yoshi Tatsu is the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental title, as well as the ECW champion. Big Show is number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight title, despite losing, because that's how this works. Natalya has improved. Oh yeah, she did beat Melina, didn't she? That's right. Sorry, because I was playing it, I kind of thought I'd won. But no, Natalya did actually beat Melina, so I guess it makes sense that she'd now be the contender. I think that's from Kane beating David Otunga, that change. And Evan Bourne has dropped, which makes sense because he lost to Zack Ryder. And not really sure why Kofi Kingston went up. He lost to Batista on Raw, and Christian wasn't on Raw, but Christian won the Royal Rumble. So I'm not really sure why Christian has dropped there. But Zack Ryder has entered the top 10, so that's impressive. He's no longer really ECW bound, I'd say. He's kind of now freed himself of that. But yeah, that's that for ECW. So, in a preview of what's to come on SmackDown, assuming I actually go through with any of the matches it books, we've got Vladimir Kozlov versus Luke Gallows in a Falls Count Anywhere. I might actually let this one happen because they have kind of been building something between them, so it does make sense that it would carry on. I think I already know what that main event is, and I'm really not looking forward to it. Undertaker versus Edge, one-on-one. Yeah, I mean, maybe. It does get both of them on the show. Admittedly, I don't really see how Edge could come out on top in such a match, but, you know, gets them both on the show. Maybe Edge stands a chance, and maybe he doesn't. I'm just saying, I'm a bit doubtful at the moment, you know. Edge is kind of, not a former World Heavyweight Champion. I hope you understand where I'm coming from with that. DiBiase and Rhodes versus Finlay and a mystery partner. That's interesting. We did that last week and it was Shelton Benjamin. It looks like Finlay is once again wanting a rematch, but with someone else, I'm guessing? I'm hoping it's not going to be Shelton again. That's got to happen because I want to know what's going to happen. Okay. I was expecting Punk, and I'm really, really happy that that's not where it went because I don't want to have Punk in the title scene anymore. He's really kind of blown that opportunity. He needs to move on. But this can happen, absolutely. John Cena and the Big Show. We got a new side of the Big Show. He's very angry at the world because he didn't become the World Heavyweight Champion at the Rumble. And he really showed what he's capable of at the Rumble. And I think it might have been Cena that eliminated him, although I'm starting to think that actually it was Undertaker. You know what, real quick? This is always the bonus bit. It can go as long as I feel like it needs to, because you can always just stop watching at this part. You've seen all the parts that you kind of need to. So I'm going to quickly have a look at the Royal Rumble match breakdown on the wiki, and I'm going to find out like who eliminated the Big Show. I know it was 2 people. I think it was Undertaker and, oh wait, that's not the Royal Rumble breakdown's at the page, not the Royal Rumble match. I think it was Undertaker and Kingston, I want to say. Big Show. Yeah, The Undertaker and Kofi Kingston. Sorry, my bad. He didn't last 5.5 minutes. He lasted 9.5. He was there for just short of half the entire match. Wade Barrett was second with 9 minutes and 14. Barrett and Big Show lasted really friggin' long. Barrett came in at number 2 and was eliminated 11th by John Cena. That's the big elimination that Cena got. Because I knew he got 1. He stopped the momentum of Wade Barrett for the second time in Wade Barrett's wrestling career. Anyway, so when we come back next time, I'll probably just go with this show. I don't actually mind it. I know that it doesn't carry on the feud between Shad and JTG, which is one that I would really like to kind of get back on track to, since they split last week. I'd like to carry that on. But honestly, that might be more of an ECW-worthy feud. They're not really top contenders, and SmackDown's supposed to feature the top, whereas ECW's supposed to feature the rest. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!